Today, I'll tell you about two of the oldest clans on the Mineville Anarchy server. Anarchism and Farmfolk. If these names don't sound familiar to you, then you're probably very new to the server, or maybe you haven't even played here yet, but that doesn't matter of course, because I'll tell you all about them. Corner Nutria 49 was a regular player on the Mineville network, until he joined the Anarchy server on the 14th of February, which was the second day of its release. In Corner's mind, anarchy meant freedom, but when he joined, he was abused by people. A big clan at the time lured him to locations to kill him and to pet trap him. In his mind, this was not the anarchy that he had imagined, and that's why he came up with a new clan named Anarchism. The clan would represent the true meaning of anarchy, a place where no one has any authority. The first person that Corner invited was a player called Lowry. They met at spawn and went to a nearby forest. They gathered some blocks and tools and headed south. They only lived at their first base for a short time, but during this time a new player joined, the GLD. Corner and Lowry were scared of him, because the GLD was exploring the world when he stumbled upon them, but luckily the GLD was a very friendly guy, so he joined them instead of killing them. And after that they went further away, about 6k away from spawn. On their way to their next base, an IRL friend from Corner joined Anarchism, Zangapet. They found a ravine where they made a small base with all the basic essentials, and when they had enough resources they traveled the nether to find a safer base to build, because they were way too close to spawn. When they traveled far enough in the nether, they set up a portal to see what was on the other side. They saw a jungle, and they found it the perfect place to build their next base on. This was the beginning of one of the most iconic bases in the server, the jungle base. This was the real beginning of the Anarchism clan. So Corner and the rest of Anarchism were just vibing at this base, just building it, becoming rich, mining diamonds, just the normal Minecraft grind. And a few days went by and it began becoming a bit boring, until one day Corner suddenly saw Fluffles at his base. He wanted to kill Fluffles before Fluffles could leak the coordinates, but apparently Fluffles was in an allied clan called Farmfolk. So Fluffles didn't leak the coords, and instead Farmfolk clan decided to join the Anarchism base. And with that, Schmiffles, Atlaganti, Cupcake, Quillines, Dioptrek and Shape came to the base. The part of Farmfolk that didn't join Anarchism went to another base at 81k, but it later got griefed and most of them went solo or left the server. So now we are at a point of the story where Anarchism and Farmfolk become one big group. But before I continue telling the story of Anarchism and Farmfolk, I want to tell you the story about how Farmfolk started. If you joined the server in the first few days, you must have seen Farmfolk somewhere, since they were one of the biggest groups at the time. It all started with a farm about 1,000 blocks away from spawn that was made by a player named Juju Gamer. The farm later moved even closer to spawn, and many new farms were built all the time because they kept getting griefed, which was obvious because all the farms they built were very close to spawn. But eventually people from Farmfolk didn't like it anymore because they didn't have a place to live. Their farms kept getting griefed. So Fluffles and a few other Farmfolk members decided to move on and live further from spawn so that they actually had a chance to build a decent base. This is where Fluffles found the Anarchism jungle base and he joined Corner and his clan. So now you have these two big clans merging, which brings a lot of people to the jungle base. The thing about a lot of people is that it most likely leads to conflict. And conflict between clan members can easily lead to the end of a base. So one day a player named Shapes decides to kill Cupcake and Corner as a joke, and he puts them in a prison basically and threatens them to keep killing them if they don't stay in the prison. I don't know what kind of roleplay he was playing, but well, Corner didn't really care because he already died earlier. And Cupcake, on the other hand, she did care about Shapes taking her stuff. So she went to the Discord and basically started asking for 18 deaths. And I was looking at the Discord and I saw her messages. So I told her, like, what do you need 18 deaths for? I can help you with whatever he can do. And she basically DM'd me after that and asked me to be a hitman for her. I was very excited because I had nothing to do and I'm pretty decent at PvP, so I was like, okay, sure. She asked me not to grieve the base after I killed Shapes and just leave it, but I had already given the coords of the base to 18 deaths, and well, he already had made up his mind that he was going to grieve the base and there was nothing I could do to stop him. So I decided to just film that for a video. The first video of me killing Shape and the second video of us griefing the base, I'll link them down below. I think they are very nice videos to watch, especially if you have this history of the base. So yeah, check them out. But Corner logged on the next day to see a destroyed base. Everyone had already moved on to another base to rebuild, and when Corner tried to get to the other base, he died. Weeks went by and he couldn't get to the new Anarchism base. Anarchism thrived and he suffered. Each time he lost more stuff than the last time, and eventually he lost everything and just gave up. Until one day the GOD saved him. He took Corner to the base, and the base where the rest of Anarchism was living at for the last few days already was beautiful. There was a big church on the mountain and it was all custom terrain. There was big walls and it was just so big and beautiful. Finally, Corner was reunited with his people. They could live together, build together again, and well, they did. And for a few weeks everything was great. But a few weeks later, everyone just went inactive and Anarchism started dying. Out of nowhere, 18 Deaths was suddenly interested in the Anarchism base and he convinced Corner into giving him the coords. The Anarchism base was so beautiful, so 18 Deaths didn't grieve the base and instead invited Corner and the rest of the active members to join 7, the top group of the server at the time. This would be a rebirth for the whole group, and at the time people went from Anarchism to 7 to work on a huge mega base under the supervision of 18 Deaths. Sadly, from this point on, I wasn't involved in the community anymore because I had to focus on my exams and work. So even though I was in the 7 group, I have personally not worked on the mega base, or I haven't even been able to go there and see it for myself. Sadly though, nothing good lasts forever. A few weeks after the start of the mega base, the coords got leaked by none other than Fluffles. Fluffles betrayed his own friends and allies. Why? I don't know. I guess he just felt like it. It's a very scummy thing to do. And of course he has helped me with this video, so I can't just trash him here. But I don't know, it just... there's no trust left there, you know? After you do something like that, you need to have loyalty in an Anarchy server. Like, that's the only thing you can rely on. So, I don't know why he did it, Fluffles, but it's a very shitty thing to do, obviously. But yeah, 18 Deaths left the server for a while. I think he's back now. But basically, 7 has fallen. I left the group. I don't know what the top group is now. As I said, from that point on, I've been just too busy with exams, and I wasn't involved in the Anarchy community anymore. But well, now I'm back, so I'll definitely talk about it in my live streams, and for sure there will be more videos about anarchism and at least the people that are in this video, because there's some very respected people named in this video, of course. The OGs are all here, and most of them are still playing. So maybe I have forgotten to mention some people joining and leaving during the story, but I will for sure talk about every individual member, because some people just have to be named since they are very important to the anarchism history. So, of course, Corner Nutria 49, of course, the person who started it all. Well, thank you, first of all, Corner, for the whole story. I've mainly used Corner's timeline for this video, and he also sent me a lot of screenshots that helped me, so thank you, Corner. Lori has departed the server for a long time now. I don't think they have been on for the last 2 months. The GLD also isn't very active anymore. Zangapet, I don't know. I think he left too. Darnell Rash, I hope I'm saying that right. He is the one that built the church and most of the walls of that beautiful anarchism base. He's a very talented dude, very nice. He joins the streams sometimes, so Darnell, if you're watching, I love you, bro. Join the streams for sure. Dioptric Skate, I don't remember seeing him a lot online, so I have no idea where he is. Fluffles and Schmiffles, Illuminum, Kabuki, Sir Legolat, ADXC. Well, ADXC is very active in the Discord. By the way, if you're not in the Discord yet, join it now. It's in the link down below. Shapeshifts, of course. Cupcake Plays. But yeah, I don't know where many of these people are, obviously, since I haven't been playing myself. Then Juju Gamer, the founder of Farmfolk. You might have noticed that I only mentioned him once, even though he made Farmfolk. He left the server very early on. I hope he sees this video, sees how far Farmfolk has come. Atlaganti, a fucking legend. First of all, most of the cinematics in this video were made by Atlaganti. I really hope you subscribe to him. He will be the first link down below in the description. Atlaganti, thank you so much. He's my homie. Fucking love him. And well, that's basically everyone. If you were in anarchism or farmfolk and I missed you, then let me know in the comments down below. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that these are the most important people. So if you are not subscribed and you've listened to me talking for over 10 minutes, then subscribe now. Like, what are you doing? Please. This video took so long to make. I'm sorry that I've been gone for so long. I've missed YouTube so fucking much, and I'm very happy that I'm back. I will be streaming and posting all summer. There's nothing holding me back now. I will go all out, and well, I don't know where this YouTube thing will go, you know, but like, I hope I can reach 200 subscribers this summer at least. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Of course, join the Discord and subscribe to Atlaganti, please. Bye.